Welcome to your Around the Peninsula. I'm Specialist Tyler Ferris. It's important to have an effective learning environment in order to get a good education. Catoosa Corporal Minkyu Bay takes us to Camp Humphreys, where students are moving into new classrooms.
As part of the expansion of USAG Humphreys, new schools are getting ready to provide students with better studying conditions. The schools are scheduled to open in August.
The high school students have been going to Osan High School, which means they ride a bus from here to Osan in the morning and then another bus back in the afternoon. Now they'll live right next to the school over there, so it'll be much closer, fewer hours on the bus.
The Humphreys Elementary School teachers had a chance to tour where they will be teaching next semester.
The elementary school, we're spread out between two areas, North Campus and South Campus. Our students have to walk between those two campuses. And walking 5-year-olds back and forth is sometimes very challenging, especially during the winter. That's why we're so excited with the new building coming.
Catoosa Corporal Minkyu Bay, Camp Humphreys, Korea.
The facilities are built to prepare for the large increase in population at USAG Humphreys. If you ask students which class subject they like the least, many kids are sure to say math. But Army Sergeant Kelly Anderson introduces us to one student at Camp Casey who's not afraid of a number challenge.
Those were easier.
This Casey Elementary School kindergartner shows off her math skills to her mom during her first Math Madness event. Along with over 50 of her classmates, she's participating in math games that could even stump some parents.
I love math. I did cards. I did 2 times I played with cards. And I built a puzzle. The teacher helped me.
Her mom, a military child herself, is proud her daughter excels in a subject that is very important.
They really need to focus on math and science so that we can be competitive as individuals and as a country with the rest of the world in terms of math and scientific fields. Casey Elementary is exemplary. I am so thrilled that my children go here. I'm really excited that they have this evening so that the children can learn about applying it to real life.
With each addition or subtraction problem and punch of her little green card, her class gets a point and could win bragging rights within the school for having the most participation at the Math Madness event.
I got 5.
Can you count them for me? Show everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Even though she didn't get every punch she needed to fill her card before she had to go home for dinner, she's proud she got a chance to show off her skills to her mom. Army Sergeant Kelly Anderson, Camp Casey, Korea.
This is just the first of many math events to be held this year at Camp Casey's Elementary School. People go through life marking their accomplishments by milestones, but there are some goals that only a few people in the world have accomplished. Air Force Staff Sergeant Anthony Kuhn introduces us to one fighter pilot who has reached a unique milestone.
Colonel Patrick McKenzie, the wing commander of the 51st Fighter Wing, is returning from a flight. But this flight was not a routine mission.
I got to eclipse 3,000 hours in the F-16, which is something that doesn't happen very often anymore, unfortunately.
In fact, Colonel McKenzie is now the 244th person in the world to fly more than 3,000 hours in an F-16 Fighting Falcon.
So I've been given the opportunity to fly the F-16 since I was a lieutenant. I've never had to fly anything else, so I've gotten a lot of opportunity that many people don't get. So I think it's just a lot of luck and timing more than anything else, but it was quite a thrill for me.
Flying more than 3,000 hours may seem like an individual achievement. Colonel McKenzie knows it was really a team effort.
It starts with the maintenance side as they prepare the airplanes to get them ready to fly and ensure that they are, no kidding, ready to go out and execute their mission. There's thousands of people that work in the background.
Colonel McKenzie is now a member of a small club, but more importantly, this mission helped keep his skills sharp and keeps him ready to fight and win tonight. Air Force Staff Sergeant Anthony Kuhn, Osan Air Base, Republic of Korea.
Colonel Patrick McKenzie is truly leading the charge with his accomplishments in the 51st Fighter Wing. Training together helps keep the alliance between the Republic of Korea and the United States strong. Army Sergeant Rick Bush tells us how Korean cadets got their first U.S. Army experience.
Cadets from the Korean Army Academy at Yongchon visited 19th Expeditionary Sustainment Command soldiers to enhance community relations. The tour began in a field environment where the cadets received a brief from the 19th ESC Chief of Staff.
I have the staff in there.
By visiting here in Camp Carroll, we have seen many military bases around here, many military purpose vehicles, many camps, and we do now aware a little draft about how this facility we're going to be used in a rare situation.
The cadets were given a tour of the camp and also got to take a look at some of the warehouses on Camp Carroll. Prior to touring the warehouses, the cadets got to experience their first American MRE.
Compared to Korean MRE, this one's a little more greasier than Korean MRE, but I do understand why it's so greasy, because in a rare situation while in the field, they probably need more higher calories.
Although the cadets learned more about the U.S. Army, American soldiers also took something away from this first experience.
Appreciative that they are willing to come and see us and willing to participate in the American culture a little bit, or American Army traditions.
United States Army and South Korea Army has been a long friend-like relationship for a really long period of time, and we want to really continue the relationship.
Army Sergeant Rick Bush, Camp Carroll, Korea.
This was the first time the Korean Army Academy at Yongchon and the 19th ESC came together since signing the Memorandum of Understanding in October of 2012. Tactical Air Control Party members are usually in camouflage and calling for air support, but they recently traded boots for running shoes and provided support to one another. Senior Airman Nancy Kasberg tells us more.
There are different reasons to run. Some do it to stay in shape, others simply because they have to. But if you were to ask Master Sergeant Kyle Anderson why he's ran more than 4 hours today, you'd find he has a different reason. He's running for
Senior Airman Smith, another one of the fallen guys, and Major Gray.
These are some of the names of fallen Tactical Air Control Party members. Today, Sergeant Anderson and his fellow TACP airmen remember them by running.
TACP units across the world are doing the same thing, 24 hours of nonstop running.
Running this distance gives Sergeant Anderson time to reflect on a few friends who made the ultimate sacrifice for freedom.
I was an instructor for 5 years, and half these guys were my students. Senior Airman Smith, that guy, when he did things wrong, you didn't even have to tell him to get down. Like, he was already there just like knocking out his push-ups, and he was that guy. He was like, I know I messed up, I'm gonna fix myself and show you that I know I did wrong. There's very few guys who do that type of stuff. He was one of them. And I feel proud today that everything that I did, that I push those guys every day to do the hardest thing they can and do the right thing. And it sucks that doing the right thing is what got Senior Airman Smith killed. But he saved lives doing it, so it doesn't really matter. He got other people back home.
Senior Airman Nancy Kasberg, Osan Air Base, Korea.
The run helps raise money for the TACP Association. Nurses play an important role in the health and well-being of service members and their families. Army Captain Latundra Davis comes from a long line of nurses and tells us why she truly loves her job.
My name is Latundra Davis. I am a captain in the Army, and I am a OBGYN nurse. My mom is a nurse, my mother-in-law is a nurse, my sister-in-law is a nurse, and my sister is a nurse. I used to help my mom. She actually works in geriatrics, and I used to help her when she was in nursing school. I would help her with the vocabulary words, and she would make flashcards and just trying to help her study, and it just always just sparked an interest with me, just looking at her books and looking at the human body. It's a personal touch that we have, because I mean, we basically start with the moms from beginning to end, from the time they basically find out that, hey, that they're pregnant until the time that they deliver. So, and it's always a joy, because every patient's different, every birthing experience is different, and we just try to make it special for each individual. We always ask every patient that. I feel that an Army nurse has more experiences just with different cultures, being able to do more when it comes with spending time with your patients and just talking with the patients, and just, like I said, just an all-around just challenge, just being able to travel more and just new experiences, cultures, and everything. It's good. Yes.
Nurses at Bryan Allgood Army Community Hospital help deliver an average of 30 to 40 newborns each month. That was your Around the Peninsula for Thursday, April 11th. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.
USFK is looking for U.S. families to host Korean students participating in the USFK Good Neighbor English Camp. For more information, call 723-4686.